Okay, Jen.
There is no sadness where a miracle has come to heal. And nothing more than just one instant of your love without attack is necessary that all this occur. In that one instant, you are healed. And in that single instant is all healing done. What stands apart from you when you accept the blessing that the holy instant brings? Be not afraid of blessing, for the one who blesses you loves all the world and leaves nothing within the world that could be feared. But if you shrink from blessing, will the world indeed seem fearful? For you have withheld its peace and comfort, leaving it to die. Quite a responsibility, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Just one instant, however. Just the holy instant.
Be not afraid of blessing.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if the holy instant couldn't encompass lifetimes, you know? Because,
Yes, that was my question. How long is this holy instant?
It's
Yeah,
always
could be
present.
Yes,
It's
right.
eternally present.
Yes.
It's always here. We just move out of it. It's we kind of like fall asleep. We fall back asleep into the dream, but it's always present. It's always present. It's the eternal now. It's
Yeah,
the
the
eternal
eternal.
presence of God. So what we know is we can only maybe get there for an instant at a time, but it's going to heal every problem we have every time we can cash in on it. But it's always there. We just, in fact, I was thinking, you know how in the Bible and in modern Christianity, you know, it talks about the fall. And I was thinking, and you know what we did? We fell asleep.
Yeah,
We fell asleep, and that's what we do. You know, the holy instant's always here, so that would be heaven.
Right.
The state of mind that transcends the dream state is the state of mind of God, state of God. So that's always present, but we keep falling asleep. We keep nodding out. And then it's like, okay, wake up is a choice for a holy instant. And then you wake up for a second, they go, you fall. It's another fall. And that's why he says we really live the separation. We relive the fall asleep. Right? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah,
So-
the Bible in Genesis, God puts Adam to sleep, and there's no reference of him ever waking him up.
Is that for the rib deal? That rib surgery?
Yeah,
Put him asleep for the rib deal,
yeah.
I don't think God put him asleep. He fell asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smart of him.
That's our choice to fall asleep. Fall asleep. We chose the dream, you know. We fell asleep, and nowhere does it say he ever woke up because he's still dreaming. And that's what we're doing, except we're trying to wake up, maybe for an instant every now and then,
yeah.
to get above the battleground and to get a little fresh air.
All you do is connect the instances.
Yeah, eventually
Yeah.
it will just be the eternal now. I think that's what miracles are. He says we're taking these steps. Pretty soon it will just be our eternal understanding. We will awaken into God and heaven. But we're having to take these steps because we can't handle the presence yet. We're just not wanting it enough. So one step at a time, we begin to build that until the real world would be getting closer, because it would be more states of holy instant. It's the holy, right? And then gradually remembering and awakening completely.
And all there is to now anyway.
And it's all here now. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
I like to think that, even if I can't experience it. It's reassuring just to know that eternally, always present is the mind of God and heaven's states of peace and happiness. I might not be able to get there because I, for some reason, have some block in my way. But knowing it's there is a lot more comfortable than thinking it's somewhere off in the future or in the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eternity.
Or something.
Eternity sounds big, but the definition of eternity is now.
No.
Well,
It's your turn, Karen.
it is.
Fine.
And I'm 5? Okay. Would not a world so bitterly bereft be looked on as a condemnation by the one who could have saved it, but stepped back because he was afraid of being healed? The eyes of all the dying bring reproach, and suffering whispers, "What is there to fear?" Consider well its question. It is asked of you on your behalf. A dying world asks only that you rest an instant from attack upon yourself, that it be healed.
I take that pretty literally.
I think it's very literal. He's not saying not doing your function is a non-thing. It is a real thing. We're keeping us and everyone else in hell by not stepping forward and being willing to be healed and corrected. That's the truth. Still not guilty, but definitely there's consequences to this decision to stay in our dream. Right, there's consequences. And a cause and effect world that doesn't exist, we don't have to be guilty, but we sure want to be impressed on how important it is, so that we push through our fear and our resistance, not as a guilty learner, but as a happy learner who realizes if I can do this, if I can push through my own fear of healing, I'm going to help the world. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do something positive. This is not just for me. I'm not just doing this for me. This is for everyone. I think it's more motivational, actually. To think that if I have to face myself, my wrong, my fears, and it's actually going to help other people too. It's like, okay, come on now. Be big.
Grow up.
Grow up. Don't be a wimp. Don't play victim. Don't play baby. Don't play poor me. Okay, Rusty.
Come to the holy instant and be healed. For nothing that is there received is left behind on your returning to the world. And being blessed, you will bring blessing. Life has given you the gift of the dying world. And suffering eyes no longer will accuse, but shine and thanks to you who blessing gave. The holy instant's radiance will light your eyes and give them sight to see beyond all suffering and see Christ's face instead. Healing replaces suffering. Who looks on one cannot perceive the other, for they cannot both be there. And what you see, the world will witness, and will witness too.
Isn't it amazing? Like he's saying here, healing replaces suffering. So the only thing we're asked to give up is our suffering, and we're hesitating, but that's just how insane we are.
And all we need to do is see it.
I know. We just have to perceive correctly, according to our real identity. That's why the conflict will end, because the conflict is between who are we, who am I, what am I, spiritual, eternal, or physical and able to die. But this is good. And it's your turn, Hollis.
Paragraph 7. Thus is your healing everything the world requires, that it may be healed. Oh, your healing. Okay. It needs one lesson that has perfectly been learned, and then, when you forget it, will the world remind you gently of what you have taught. No reinforcement will its thanks withhold from you, who let yourself be healed, that it might live. It will call forth its witnesses to show the face of Christ to you, who brought the sight to them, by which they witnessed it. The world of accusation is replaced by one in which all eyes look lovingly upon the friend who brought them their release. And happily, your brother will perceive the many friends he thought were enemies.
And all our enemies will turn to friends. That's a nice happy dream. Isn't it?